Most junglers are clueless. One thing challenger junglers get right most of the time is the camp or resource they run to when they run out of their fountain. By the end of this video, you will have mastered this crucial skill so you can go out and 1v9 your own games. In this game, Agurin re-clears his raptors and Krugs and then recalls. He then runs out to bot side. This is fine. The other option is to run to Grubs because it would be bang on 6 minutes by the time he gets there. But it's not guaranteed with no top prio, and instead he could take a guaranteed dragon. But Agurin makes a critical mistake. Instead of running to dragon and starting it, he does his bot camps first. Now why is this bad? Because we don't know if dragon is guaranteed after doing these bot camps. What happens if Corki and Rel die, or the much stronger Ashe and Taric rotate to dragon after shoving a wave? And at that point, there is nothing stopping the enemy Viego from running through mid after Grubs to stop Agurin doing dragon. So by doing dragon immediately, it makes it impossible for Viego to run through mid to stop the play, and if the enemy bot lane rotates, Corki and Rel are both full HP and we can 3v2, and potentially 4v3 if both mid laners rotate. Agurin even realizes his mistake after seeing Viego get Grubs a few seconds later.
Wait, he's topside. That's not good. We should have known this shit.
In this Emerald game, the Lilia steals the Teemo's raptors. We then see Teemo run through the raptor brush towards his red buff. So Lilia decides instead of riskily invading the Teemo when the enemy bot lane is missing, to gank mid. Unfortunately, she dies, but here's the real question. What camp should she run to at a base? It's already past 3 minutes 30 in this game, so not only do we have our entire bot side up, we also have Scuttle Crab. Now the key to knowing which camp to go to first is the enemy jungler and what they are telling you about their future. We know the Teemo was on his red buff and will most likely do what afterwards? His Krugs. This means the bot crab will be sitting here until Teemo runs through, unless Lilia runs to the crab first, and this is indeed the best move. Instead, Lilia clicks towards her wolves and clears her entire bot side, only to check crab after clearing these camps, and guess what? The Teemo has taken it. By going to crab first, we take away golden experience from the enemy team, because Teemo would obviously like to get crab after his Krugs, and on top of that, our bot side is not going anywhere, so Lilia could have ran to crab and then cleared her bot camps to path towards her top side. In this gold game, the Fed Graves is recalling and running out to top side. Look at the amount of resources on this side of the map. But which camp do we go to first? We have a Mundo with insane prio, full HP with his ultimate. We have a Xerath fresh out of base, our support close to topside with her ultimate, and we are also strong fresh out of base. So with these conditions, clicking to Krugs just like the Graves is a big waste of an opportunity. So what is the best move if we don't do Krugs? Running towards Rift Herald is easily the best decision, and you can do your raptors on the way. Rift Herald is best because the enemy jungler is telling us they care about that way more than your top camps. So if we can start it and put pressure on the enemy Warwick, knowing we win a fight if a fight breaks out, we definitely should. If we don't, then the map might change. Poppy might run back to bot, the Xerath might be half HP, the Mundo might recall, and once again, the Graves' top camps are not going anywhere. They want him to go out and succeed in the world. They will always be here for when he returns. They're like your family. And by the way, if you do want to succeed on the Rift by climbing tiers and learning what Challenger really is,
that's the fucking Eagz coaching gap right there.
Coaching links are down below. Now let's watch some perfect outer base macro. In this game, Kaos, multiple rank 1 EU West, is running out to his top side. All of his camps are up, as well as the Scuttle Crab. So which camp should Kaos run to first? Hopefully you set the top crab, because this is a resource the enemy Vi could attain if Kaos doesn't take it, and all his camps are still waiting for him when he gets back. In this game, Kaos takes it one step further and ends up killing the Vi on her Krugs. This does not exist if he just did his top camps out of base. Listen to the enemy jungler. In this game, I died to the enemy mid and jungle after doing my raptors. Whoops. But what if I told you I kill the enemy Graves in the next minute by knowing where to run out of base? Well, let's figure this out. The Graves must have pathed from bot to top this game to kill me on my respawning raptors. We also know the Graves has not recalled yet because he just has his jungle item. So surely he will look to base, spend his decent amount of gold, and run back to his bot camps, which is where he restarted. My guess is that he will likely run to his Krugs first because that's what he did on his initial clear, and then he will rotate up to Raptors. This would give me time to take his Raptors and then ambush him as he walks up. But if the Graves is smart, he will run out of base to his Raptors first to stop me from taking them. But I would be fine with this potential fight because I am stronger and my mid laner is also in a good position to rotate. So I don't run to my Krugs, nor do I wait for my respawning wolves. I run straight to the Graves' Raptors. When I see these here, I know for a fact he is where? On his Krugs. Good. So by the time I finish these, I wait in this brush, and just as I had planned, Graves runs towards us and we get a free kill and escape the enemy mid laner getting her flash too. This does not exist if I just run to my camps at a base, listen to the enemy jungler. In this game, Canyon kills the enemy Gnar and then sees the enemy Udyr kill his mid laner. Now Canyon recalls, but we need to listen to the enemy jungler in order to know which camp to run to at a base. The Udyr has 28 CS and red buff, so he started on his top side because blue buff has ran out, and then full cleared and then did the bot crab, and then he chased and eventually killed the Zeri on top side. So the Udyr will surely recall here and run back to his respawning Gromp and walls and then path down to his bot side again. Because Udyr's Raptors will spawn just before 5 minutes, it's too early in the game for Canyon just to run to Udyr's Raptors at a base, so he does his Gromp instead, knowing the bot crab has already been taken as well. Sometimes you can only clear your camps, but the enemy jungler will tell you that. In this game, Kanavi sees the enemy jungle Jax with red buff, so with both junglers bot side past the 4-minute mark, which is when camps respawn, surely both will recall soon. Kanavi stays bot for a little bit longer, anticipating a fight, and eventually recalls probably later than the Jax. So where do we run out of base? Well, the only answer is top side, because the top crab is there, Raptors have respawned, and our red buff is still here. But which camp out of those three? Well, we have to listen to the enemy jungler. Is the level 3 Jax really going to invade the level 4 Viego? Maybe. If Jax thinks he recalled sooner than Kanavi, he might think he can steal his Raptors and then come back out to Crab and his top camps. This is why Kanavi runs to his Raptors, not red buff. But when Kanavi sees his Raptors up, is there anything better we can do? We know the Jax isn't here, so what could the Jax be doing instead of Kanavi's Raptors? The top crab, exactly. Kanavi can run past his Raptors, check the crab, and then come back to his top side. He does check the crab after Raptors, but this gives Jax another 10 or so seconds to take the crab. Listen to the enemy jungler. Before we get into the last clip, thanks for all the recent support on the videos, and if you want more just like this, please leave a like down below. Thank you. In this silver game, the Talon is doing grubs and ease away from the full HP enemy Udyr. Talon then entertains a fight with the enemy Wukong and eventually recalls. Now let me just say that I'm so proud of my boy for choosing the right move here. Let's see if you can get it. When Talon recalls here, where should we run at a base? Well, we have to listen to who? The enemy jungler. So what is the Udyr thinking? He just chased Talon away from grubs and would have seen Talon lose more HP to the Wukong. So if Udyr can fight the Talon in the near future, he definitely should. And where can he do this? On Talon's top camps. Raptors have already spawned, red buff is spawning in a few seconds, and remember, Udyr will see this timer. So the Udyr should definitely run into Talon's top side. So if the Udyr is going to do that, what on earth do we do at a base? If we run top, the Udyr has probably taken all of our camps. So I guess we just have no choice but to run out bot side. But what camp do we run out to bot side? Your first thought has to be Udyr's bot camps. If Udyr is going to take 3 camps of ours top, taking 3 camps of his bot would even out that trade. So Talon does walls first, not really a mistake because he can do them very quickly, but he eventually runs into Udyr's bot side. He manages to take the Udyr's red buff and it even picks up a free kill on the enemy Zoe. This does not exist if Talon just farmed his whole bot side or even ran to his top camps to maybe stop Udyr from taking just one of them. Listen to the enemy jungler. Don't be shit by.